My
Whoa.
33 female boyfriend, 32 male, is considering moving in with me, and I'm wondering if I can/should ask for rent. My boyfriend and I have been dating for about a year, and we are considering moving in together in the next few months when his lease is up. We both live in an expensive major city, but I live in a much nicer, more central part of town. At the moment, I make about 5 times more than he does. Well, for a variety of reasons, it's not feasible for me to move into his apartment. I really like my apartment.
There's that
Um,
cat
yeah,
again.
there's my cat's making an appearance. Uh, it is not feasible for me to move into his apartment. I really like my apartment, and so does he, and I really rather not move. We're both uncomfortable with him not paying any rent, as our relationship is serious but still pretty new. However, I am unsure what would be fair amount to ask him to pay. We are discussing, but he will likely agree to whatever I ask for. This is great, but I'm concerned that he will feel resentful given our income difference. My rent is pretty high, around $5,500 a month. What
Jeez,
is
that
that
is
rent?
expensive.
Um, I
That's
was
crazy.
previous. Yeah, that's crazy high. That's like 3 times my mortgage.
Yeah.
Uh, I was previously living with a roommate, but when she moved out, I decided I wanted to stay and would not take another roommate. His rent is currently about $2,000, and although he does okay, it's a bit of a financial strain for him. He has a decent salary, but doesn't go very far in our city. My initial thought was that I would ask him to continue paying $2,000 a month when he moved in with me, but I'm wondering how fair this actually is. My boyfriend is frustrated with his job and the job market in our current city. He has been considering potentially taking another job in a cheaper city, but has put that on hold in part because of our relationship. A few of my friends think it's inappropriate to ask for any rent given the circumstances, but I
Mm.
don't think that's the right approach for either of us. I'm thinking I'll ask for around $1,500 a month so that he can save a bit of money, and so can I. And for those who have been in similar situations, does that seem reasonable? Would you feel resentful at all with this arrangement? Obviously, I understand this will change if and when our relationship becomes more serious.
Oh man, I don't know. See, I've never had to deal with that kind of situation, and I'm glad, but I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
I think I don't think I agree with her. I based on the information that she's given us and she's saying that she wants to ask for about 1,500. I think that's fair enough. It's cheaper than what he was paying. If he makes less money, I bet that will feel amazing to not have to pay as much. And yeah, I mean, he's moving into it seems like a nicer apartment. I think it's fair. And I mean, she said that they both already talked about it and that they wouldn't feel comfortable if he didn't pay rent. So obviously he wants to pay rent.
Okay, all right.
Right? Did
Yeah.
I read that correctly?
I
We're both uncomfortable with him not paying any rent. Okay, so he wants to pay. So
Yeah.
I
So
think
you- okay.
1,500 is pretty fair. It's what 25% of what she actually pays. So I feel like she's being kind of generous in a sense.
5,500, man. I still can't believe there's a
People pay
place
that much?
with rent that much. That's insane.
Do you think they're in New York?
Yeah, my guess has to be like New York or some high San Francisco, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But my thoughts. If he's gonna be living in this space, there has to be some sort of payment. It's like using a service. If you're gonna use a service, you pay for the service. If you're gonna be using a space, you have to pay for the space. I think, yeah. Yeah, like you said, I think that's generous.
Yeah, I think I totally agree with her. I think that's totally fair. So,
And they're just boyfriend, girlfriend.
yeah, they're not married yet. So
Yeah.
I think that, yeah, totally fair. Let's look at some comments. Tally up the monthly shared costs, so rent, utilities, etc., and then divide it based on the percentage of total income. I make it a lot more. I make a lot more than my partner, so I pay a greater percent of the bills, cover vacays, but buy the groceries and handle large purchases. He is fiscally responsible, works hard. It's just that he's not in a lucrative field, so it doesn't bother me. To contributing a little bit more. Same thing. I think it's basically saying the same thing. Like,
Yep.
You base it off the percentage. If he makes less, and he's gonna pay a little bit less, and I think that's totally fine.
50-50, clearly not a good idea. Okay. Not inappropriate to ask for rent. Weird that your friends think that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. They might be like high class citizens or bougie.
Like they think too much of themselves.
Yeah.
A little egotistical. Yeah, I think we're all in agreement here that what she's suggesting is pretty fair, and base it off of your income.
Yeah. Man, money is always such a tricky thing.
Yeah.
Money.
Isn't that like one of the biggest reasons for divorce in America is like income?
Income, financial disagreements.
How you handle your money?
Yeah.
Bro, you got to be on the same page. Whether you're sharing accounts, whether you have your split accounts, or all of it.
Yeah.
So
you're marrying their family and their debt.
Yeah.